Imagine a world where the biggest names in hip-hop are tangled in a web of secrets, betrayals, and deadly rivalries. That's exactly what Netflix's new docuseries, Sean P. Diddy Combs: The Reckoning, dives into. Viewers are pulled into a world where rumors, accusations, and long-standing grudges raise questions that refuse to fade. Could one of hip-hop's most influential moguls have had a hand in the deaths of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls? The series explores the shadows behind fame, power, and fear, hinting at answers the streets have whispered about for decades.
In 1994, Tupac Shakur arrived at Quad Studios for what was supposed to be a routine recording session. But instead of music, violence awaited him. He was ambushed, robbed, and shot multiple times. Among those present were Diddy and Biggie, and Tupac would later claim their involvement in the setup. The tension between Tupac and Diddy had been simmering for years, fueled by business conflicts and personal rivalries. Tupac's cousin, William Lassane, described the connection as strained, highlighting a relationship complicated by jealousy, fear, and the shadow of East Coast versus West Coast rivalry.
2 years later, the feud escalated into tragedy. Tupac was shot in Las Vegas, and speculation about Diddy's involvement resurfaced with a vengeance. Key figures like Keffe D claim that Diddy had connections to gang networks and had discussed handling Tupac and Suge Knight through extreme measures. Tupac's own brother, Mopreme, insisted that the investigation into Diddy's role needed to be thorough, as decades of rumors had not faded. On his deathbed, Tupac attempted to communicate something urgent, leaving those around him haunted by his unspoken warnings, a puzzle that would linger for years.
Years after the Quad Studios attacked, Dexter Isaac came forward, claiming he was one of the shooters and that he acted on orders from music executive Jimmy Henchman. According to Dexter, Diddy's presence and knowledge of the plan were undeniable. Yet Diddy has always vehemently denied these accusations, insisting he had no involvement. The conflicting accounts from Dexter, Jimmy Henchman, and Diddy created a narrative filled with mystery and suspicion. Each retelling added new layers to the story, leaving viewers to wonder who was telling the truth and who was manipulating the tale behind the scenes.
As tensions between the East and West Coasts escalated, music became both a weapon and a message. Diddy and Biggie released "Who Shot You?", a track Tupac interpreted as disrespectful, prompting his furious response with "Hit 'em up." Alleged threats escalated further as Keffe D's proffer sessions revealed conversations about bounties and the growing paranoia surrounding Tupac, Diddy, and Suge Knight. Every lyric, every public appearance seemed to feed the fire, blurring the lines between entertainment and real-life danger, leaving the streets and fans questioning how far these rivalries would go.
When Biggie Smalls was killed in 1997, questions about Diddy's influence resurfaced yet again. Investigators traced Keffe D, uncle of Orlando Anderson, to several critical locations, including the night of Tupac's shooting and Biggie's death. Vehicles, gang affiliations, and eyewitness accounts suggested possible links between Diddy's associates and the crime. Although Diddy denied involvement and was never considered a suspect, the rumors and suspicions persisted, amplified by the intricate web of East Coast and West Coast conflicts. Every new detail, every confession, made the story murkier and harder to ignore. Beneath the headlines and alleged crimes lay personal rivalries, jealousies, and betrayals. Friends, exes, and associates described how Diddy seemed to pursue the women associated with Tupac, and how friendships crumbled under the weight of ambition and envy. Tupac's influence, Biggie's success, and Diddy's hunger for control created an environment where loyalty was fleeting and trust was scarce. The documentary exposes these intimate details, showing that fame and power were never enough to prevent personal grudges from shaping history in violent and unpredictable ways. After decades of rumors, confessions, and denials, one thing is clear: the deaths of Tupac and Biggie remain clouded in mystery. Diddy has consistently denied any involvement, but the allegations persist, fueled by witnesses, insiders, and the stories the streets refuse to forget. The Reckoning doesn't just explore facts, it examines fear, jealousy, and the darkness behind fame. Viewers are left to question the truth, the lies, and the secrets that may never be revealed. After all, in the world of hip-hop, some stories refuse to die, just like the legends themselves.